She spoke to the National NAACP convention at the Duke Energy Center and said the madness has to stop.
Watching the news from Baton Rouge yesterday, my heart broke. Not just for those officers and their grieving families, but for all of us.
In her speech, Clinton called for sweeping reform of our nation's criminal justice system and changes to police training. She received several loud standing ovations, including when she called a potential Trump presidency a threat to our democracy. And the presumptive Democratic nominee made 2 stops in Cincinnati today. She spoke on a number of topics at the NAACP convention and during a rally for volunteers on the UC campus. But as Joe Webb shows us, her real focus was convincing people the best way to beat Donald Trump is to get new voters registered and get them to vote.
After a stirring warm-up speech by NAACP President Cornell Brooks, Clinton took the stage to a huge ovation. She lampooned Donald Trump, mourned the violence by and against police, calling it a madness that has to stop. Then, in a room filled with people who remember when black and white Americans were murdered for registering black voters, she launched an ambitious campaign strategy.
I am pleased to announce a nationwide drive to get 3 million people to register to vote and commit to vote in this election.
Clinton spoke for 33 minutes, with 2 stops in the same city on the same day. Security loaded media on buses for round 2. Clinton carried that same voter registration message to a much younger, equally as enthusiastic crowd at UC. Befitting a college campus, a group of volunteers led cheers to fire up the crowd after they had waited patiently for nearly 1 hour. Clinton was introduced by Sherrod Brown and quickly launched into a description of how Donald Trump wants to take America backwards. She spoke to the electorate's anger and once again offered up a way to deal with it.
Well, I can tell you it is not enough to yell at your TV screen. It is not enough to send a nasty tweet. That is not enough. You have to get registered and get out to vote in November.
Volunteers, many who had gone to both of today's events, were fired up, ready to register voters and to vote themselves.
I think the night after Barack Obama was elected in 2012, we started thinking about Hillary running in 2016, and it was so excited to be so close to see her this time.
Clinton spoke for only 10 minutes at UC, but made a lot of people's day. She's off to Minneapolis for an event tonight for more Trump baiting and continued push to get out the vote. On the UC campus, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
And Clinton says her campaign organization will hold 500 registration events in the coming week or 2.